Okay, we definitely want to get rid of that eights, whatever he's called, mercenary, something mercenary. So that's a pretty bad hand. We definitely want to get rid of that provoke. Oh, I get rid of the silence. That's surprising. I think it's better to keep the silence in that situation. And that is an awful hand. Oh my god. I'm just lucky I had a Jaxi to play on this turn. Very strong turn 1 by Arfe, who I played last match too, by the way. And no, this isn't like a custom match where somebody's just letting me win. Okay. So I can play my provoke dude, which is nice. All is not lost, even though that was a terrible first hand. After the Jaxi, or besides the Jaxi rather, it's still kind of wrapping back up. Pulls off this neat little combo. I rather like that combo. I wish Lyonar had something like that. Or it's not a combo, but a card. And get a lot of worth out. And since it's a great board control tool, because who cares if the enemy general takes a couple more points of damage, so long as you can clear the board. You can always get chip damage in. Yeah, and I'm just looking at this. I'm like, man, that's a great card. I wish I had that card. So I got my dude over here. I think I try and whittle down the 3-2 in the top there. Yeah. With the hopes of killing it next turn for free, basically. And I feel like I kind of made a bit of a mistake here. I should have... No, I didn't. Okay. I was going to say I should have moved one square down from my current location and then used Dancing Blade. But I kind of messed it up. I mean, no, I didn't mess it up. That's the point. I had to get that. I had to go up for that 5th mana. So I go ahead. I'm thinking about dropping this provoke, dude. I'm not really sure where. I don't want it in range of that 5-2 because I want to kill that with Dancing Blade or with my general attack. Basic attack, auto attack, general attack, whatever. And since it can only attack generals, it's kind of useless right now. No, it can only attack minions, rather, so it's pretty useless right now. It's kind of surprising. I think I would have, if I was her, rather, I would have stunned the that 3-10 provoke, so it couldn't move. So I'm gonna clear this this sister, whatever it is. And then I'm going to move my provoke dude up and use a Dancing Blade there. Because that's what I wanted to do 2 turns ago. Or last turn, rather. And so I finally get to do it, so that's good. He's still got that, but then I just, clear with my 3-10 provoke. No problem whatsoever. I don't really need the health right now, so I switched it out. And getting Martyrdom and Holy Immolation is pretty great. Even though she has these Fizz douches over here, they're not going to be doing a whole lot. And then there it is again. Like, back to back. Even in the next game, I'm still getting... Hailstone Prism discard. Whatever. It's not such a crazy powerful card for most people. It's just because I'm playing a more control orientated Lyonar is when it starts to hurt, because I'm always gonna have a full hand until the late game when I start to play anything I got. So I get a nice Holy Immolation off here. I don't move to the side of the general. Because I find saving my generals 2 health. I want to get rid of both of the Fizz douches, and I don't want to have to attack with my general. It's better than just getting a couple more points of damage on her general, the Venara general. And I heal up a bit so I'm not too in danger. And then I heal again, I think, on this turn. Actually, Twilight Sorcerer is better than I thought because it can replenish my Aegis Barrier. I think I was fishing for Holy Immolation there. I probably, in hindsight, I think it would have been better to go for that 6 mana provoke chick. And then Aegis Barrier it. But it all worked out in the end, so... Oh wait, spoilers. At least I think I'll win this game. And now I have a pretty solid hand all around. I've got two board control whatevers. 2 board control spells. And I've got the Aegis Barrier, and then I have two big beefy dudes that plays down on the board. So it's all looking pretty peachy. So I imagine I try and clear this Fenrir by attacking it. And I attack it with this Twilight Sorcerer because he's about to get healed anyway. And Holy Immolation, of course. I take out 2 for 1. And I get some more chip damage down. I play, what, Jaxie next? No, I probably mulligan. Oh, wow. That's surprising. Do I mulligan the Martyrdom? Oh, I'm mulligan that. That's a surprise. And I'm very, very much contemplating getting rid of this. No, I shouldn't have done that. But I probably should not have done that. But I'm so eager to board clear that it kind of gets the better of me. So I think that was a bit of a misplay right there as well. Because Martyrdom is pretty much my only form of, like, big wave clear. Or not wave clear. I keep saying wave clear. It's my only big form of minion clear for the late game. Holy Immolation only does 4 damage. Got rid of Tempest, by the way. There's no Tempest in this deck. Because Tempest... I don't know. It was only a 1 damage nerf. But, man, does it hurt for some reason. Like, I feel like I can't use it for anything. So there we go. Place down my... This is my win condition right here, by the way. Very... Take special note of this sequence of plays. Playing down that big general. It's called like Zurich's General or something like that. And then placing the Aegis Barrier on it. But I can still Divine Bond it if I wanted to. But the catch is, you know, it's gonna completely excel in any minion trades. Because it's a 5/12, so I have nothing to worry about on that front. And she's not going to be able to easy remove it. At least, that's the idea. So she's just kind of getting desperate right here. Crossbone play. Even though there's no ranged minions. She just want to get something on the board. She wants to block me in. I was really hoping I'd pull like a Holy Immolation to help clear this a bit, but I did not. So I go ahead and throw on the armor. And the armor is basically free health. Even though it's not like cataloged on your actual HP counter. You see right there, I negated 2 damage, and the next turn I'm going to negate another 2 damage. And then the next turn I'll probably negate another 2 damage. So I place this Provoke there in the middle. Got to make sure it's close to your general. And I Provoke all 3 of those. Then I place the Jaxie up instead of down. Because I just want to kind of... actually, I didn't really think about it. I guess I just placed it up to kind of block her a little bit or something. Oh, it was probably to block the Keeper of the Veil. Oh, well, it's already going to be blocked. So see, this is where a Hailstone Prism becomes a lot less useful. When I can just place it down next turn, I'm going to have 9 mana, so it really doesn't matter. It's only in those certain situations that it really hurts. Oh wait, there is a Tempest in this deck. I thought I took them all out. It may just be 1. Maybe it's 2. I think in later iterations of this deck I took them all out. It's probably just 1 to help deal with Abyssian. Would I ever come across one. Nice little Tempest value there. I whittled down the Emerald Rejuvenator and then Tempest, by the way. You don't do it the other way around or else you're going to lose your Jaxie instead and still have to attack it. Attack the Emerald Rejuvenator, by the way. So this is a pretty strange sequence of events right here. So I instead of placing that Provoke minion close to me, I'll place it close to the other general. Because of this next move here that I'm going to do. Keep in mind that general, that Zurich's General right there, in the middle of the screen, that is going to be my lifesaver. It's so good. So whenever my general dies, you know, my Lyonar general, my general status passes on to the Zurich's dude. And look, you could like... I can almost see like the gears spinning in this person's head as they're trying to figure out what just happened. Like, I thought I'd killed him. What happened? And her turn's over. Oh, it was so good. And so when that general status transferred over, as did the zeal mechanic. So now she's provoked by that 3/5 provoke dude, my Silverguard Knight. Right? Oh yeah, and I pulled the exact card that I need, the Divine Bond, and then I win. Good stuff, man. That's the win condition right there, boys. That's the win condition. 7 wins in a row. Yippee. Duelist. It's a game you might have heard of. I'm probably gonna just trash this entire hand. It's pretty garbage, and that is actually even worse. I don't know how that happened. So so this is a terrible start to this game. I don't know if I'm even gonna win it. I don't remember if I do win it. Yeah, this was recorded I think a couple days ago. So yeah, this whole hand is garbage. It's garbage. I kind of contemplated which one I want to. Oh, so that's really nice. Even though I don't have a follow-up play on it, it's absolutely necessary to get rid of that first mana crystal and have a play on the board, even if it's not optimal. It's even worse, of course, to not have something at all. So I got rid of, what did I get rid of again? Oh yeah, I got rid of the health potion for obvious reasons, and kept the Keeper of the Veil and the Silence, even though I'm probably not going to use those till the mid game. I may even get rid of them here pretty soon. So I think one thing I may not have done this in this series of games, but in hindsight, always keep that Aegis Barrier in your hand. It's only 1 mana. It's not that it's not taking up space. I can play it anytime I want since it's only 1 mana, and it's so immensely helpful for board control. Like I was talking about in the previous game, the win condition is board control. No, I got rid of the. Okay. Like I said, I may have gotten rid of it when I should be keeping it, because it's good at any point of the game, really. For the most part. I mean, you probably don't want to put on a Windblade Adept, but putting on a simple 3/5 provoke or 3/10 provoke is totally worth it. I guess since I didn't have any of those in my hand, I felt it wasn't necessary, but that's just kind of something you decide for yourself over time whether or not you want to keep in your hand at all times. See, now I've got that 3/5 provoke and I have no Aegis Barrier. Even though against Lyonar it's probably not that big a deal, because Lyonar's got what? He's got Martyrdom. And that's about it. And then Holy Immolation and Tempest are both AoE. So I'm kind of falling on the back foot here. I don't have a Tempest. I can't get rid of this 3/5 provoked Silverguard Knight dude. If I wasn't provoked, I'd probably move up, attack, and then Dancing Blade it, but I can't do that. So I'm just gonna go with Keeper of the Veil, which is just fine. And it summons my Azure Lion, which is nice, instead of the Windblade Adept, which would have been not as powerful, since it would have been it could not have taken the Zeal mechanic, unless I played the Keeper of the Veil on the right side and then placed it up. Then that's another story entirely. So there's that Dancing Blade value for him and not for me. And things aren't looking too hot. He did play himself into a Holy Immolation. Oh wait, no he didn't. Okay, never mind. But it went ahead and cleared that thing for me. So nice. So I can't use my Dancing Blade to clear his Dancing Blade, even if I did attack it, which kind of sucks. So I think I kind of maneuver to the top right and see if I can clear this this ranged minion. I'm not in such a hot spot right now. I think actually I go with the Sun Mercenary. I don't think I played any spells this game. Notably, if any devs are watching this, it would be nice to have like a scroll on the past plays, so I can check back and see if I played any spells like since the beginning of the game. So it would have been really helpful if I had my Aegis Barrier there, by the way. Just something I noticed in hindsight. I should have kept Aegis Barrier. And that would have been a very terrifying minion. See, Aegis Barrier plus the Mercenary is so, like, it's almost broken. Like, if you... Okay, let's imagine for a second that it was a 6 mana, 8/8, and it could not be targeted, right? That's practically the Megazord, except it doesn't have ranged or frenzy. Both of which are relatively... you can't use them... You can't really use them in every situation. But like, a 6 mana... 8/8 that can't be targeted by spells is brutal. It's so brutal. That's why I love it so much. Like I've really gotten a new lease on this game after discovering this little, because I never thought about Aegis Barrier before, right? I thought it was just this crap card. It's 1 mana. Why is this a legendary? And then I pulled one out of a pack, and I was like, this card sucks. But then, but then that control deck with all the 2-drops, like it was like 11 2-drops or something. It was something crazy like that. And I was like, I want something to hit hard. And I was like, I went back to my roots. Like, what did I do to win games initially? Divine Bond combos, right? So I threw in those generals, the Zurich generals, and my mercenaries. My Divine Bonds and the Aegis Barrier, and all of a sudden, even with just 1 Aegis Barrier, because I can't afford it anymore, even with just that 1 Aegis Barrier, I feel like my win rate is crazy high right now. I'm going to do a collective, I'm recording just about every video to S rank. I'll upload a good amount of them with commentary on it through these like VOD reviews or whatever. But a lot of them are going to be used as B-roll footage for other videos I'm making. But also, I'm going to be keeping track and then releasing stats about like the journey. It's so lame to say it like that, but like my win rates, my encounter rates, all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure my win rate with this new Lyonar deck, transitioning from like rank 12, I think, to rank like 8 or so in the gold, it's probably in the high like 80%, 90% right now. Even though Lyonar's, I think he's in a pretty good place, but there are definitely like Vitruvian is, king of the meta right now. So I haven't really been talking about the game so far, but basically I make it out of it, as I do. That's the great thing about playing Lyonar is how slippery he is. Even though you feel like you've got the edge or whatever, you've got your boot on their neck, right? He can still kind of slip out of the situation with heals and Keeper of the Veil, Martyrdom, Holy Immolation. All these cards are great equalizers. And since he didn't take that much health off of me, in his little series of control, I'm still pretty healthy. I've still got that health potion when I need it, and I've actually got that Divine Bond now, so I can use that on my mercenary. Silver Guard Knight. The great thing about playing against like these mirror matchups that I know almost exactly what their moves are going to be and how to get around it. Even though it can be that's also like the danger of mirror matchups, is because the opponent can do the same to you. But I think I got a handle on it, Martyrdom heals me a whole bunch. That's perfectly fine. He plays another one of those. Wow. I really wish I could see. Also, if another a dev that's watching, right? Being able to toggle a button for stats always on would also be really great. Because as it is, especially in later videos, I've been making a conscious decision to move my cursor over a mana tile to see the stats always on, even when I'm just kind of idle, right? Like I'll, go do something else. So getting a Dancing Blade right there, by the way. Tripping on my words, I was so excited. That is really good. That is so good. Out of, the Azurite Lion, the Windblade Adept, the Jaxi, if I even played one, I got the best card I could have gotten. Outside of the Mercenary, I don't think anyone's died that yet, or my 3-time Provoke, which hasn't died yet. So that's pretty much the best. That's also why Keeper of the Veil is pretty overpowered in the Lyonar deck. Also, hey devs that's still watching, I think a really good change for Keeper of the Veil would be it can only resurrect minions 3 mana or under, or 2 mana and under if it was too much. I think being able to summon back even like a Slavari Elder or something is just mental. But to be fair, it does kind of have its self-serving, on paper, it seems like something to be completely broken that you can build a deck around, but really, you need to have, 8+ 2-drops in the early game, and that's just adding to the count of which the Keeper of the Veil can bring back, kind of thing. So I actually got back into a pretty poor situation since he was able to summon so much and clear my board pretty well, and I still don't have a Holy Immolation, so it's a little bit tricky. Luckily, I can clear 2 of these pretty easily. Actually, I can probably clear all of them if I want to. So I might have done that. So he gets his health, sure, whatever. But I'm going to get complete board control in this movement. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and use my Dancing Blade to attack this, which actually may be a mistake. Well, we can see that in hindsight, actually. Let's see if that's a mistake. I did that because, you know, I don't want to go too low on health for fear of a Divine Bond combo from him. Or something like that, you know. And also, Dancing Blade is pretty beefy, so I'm not too worried about it dying or losing some health. And now I've got my Zerg General out there. We're getting very close to my win condition, which is Divine Bond, that dude, the Mercenary, or whatever the other one's called. The 6/6 or 7/7 provoke for 6. And you know, that's what... That ranges from like 16 damage to, you know, just complete lethal. It's pretty powerful. And then we have those health potions in there. It's not just to heal ourselves, but it's also to heal someone up to get a better Divine Bond off. Because Divine Bond works off of current health, not max health. So also, that's a great way to counter a Lyonar, is to whittle down their units, especially like the 310 provoke. And like a 0/8 mercenary that's been dispelled. That way they can't Divine Bond it with a higher HP count. So I wrestle control back with some simple maneuvers. And I've got my general out there, so it's not going to be dying anytime soon. I use a Holy Immolation, I think, pretty poorly there, just to keep the health topped off and to get a little bit more damage in and go for that mana efficiency. It's probably not the best move, but I feel pretty confident that I've won this game. And since he's provoked, he can't move. If he wants to do his own Holy Immolation combo, it's not going to be that great. So his options are the Holy Immolation, place a unit above himself, and the Holy Immolation, and then kill my provoke, and only a little bit of chip damage on my Zerg General. But I still got that Zerg General that he's not going to be getting rid of anytime soon. So he's forced. He wants to get rid of that provoke, or he wants to get out of the provoke rather. So he has to use the Sunbloom on that instead of the Zerg General, which is arguably a better target. So because effectively I have like 25 health again because of that Zerg General. So I think I just pull off a cheeky Holy Immolation combo and then finish him off for the win. At least it's very close. Yeah, definitely. Good stuff. That win condition, folks, right there. Get board control early, finish it off with my uber late game units and Divine Bond and spells and stuff like that. Alright, rank 9.